So I coined this new phrase the other day, and in a session with a client that I was having, we were talking about her situation and how things are feeling for her, and I was sort of explaining, and all of a sudden I was like, you know, what we really need to do is we need to reduce this emotional drag that you're feeling. And I was like, ooh, my body got a little tingly. I was like, ooh, oh, yeah, that's good. There's something to that, right? I had an intuitive knowing that this emotional drag, it's a thing. And none of us talk about it. And I'm sure that you've experienced this before. And the way that I was describing it was that what happens is that we are not letting go of, we're not able to process all the time the emotions that we're feeling in the moment. And those emotions get trapped inside of us. They get stuck inside of us. Or we don't have the time to really see something through to the end. We experience an emotion, but then something comes up and we don't actually fully get to release that emotion or express that emotion. And oftentimes this actually comes from our societal programming, especially for you men, right? Because men are not supposed to demonstrate emotion. You're not supposed to have an emotion. And when it comes up, you have been programmed to immediately put a cap on it, bottle it, force it down, and not let that experience or that emotion happen. And what happens is you end up getting a lot of low vibrational emotions that have not been able to be processed and released in your body. And what it's doing is it's creating emotional drag. You can think of this of like putting a bunch of heavy weights, you know, like ankle weights and wrist weights and all of these weights, this heavy emotional energy that's dragging you down all the time. And what do you do to get rid of that? This emotional drag is what keeps you stuck. It's what holds you back. It's the reason why you can't figure out why your life doesn't look the way that you think it should look or the way that you want it to look. It's because all of these life experiences that we've had, these emotional experiences that we've had, they've been cut off. They've been pushed down. They have been bottled up, and they've been unable to fully release from your body. And it's, if you want to stop feeling this emotional drag, you got to do some work. I hate to break it to you, but this is something that is going to take a little bit of effort on your part. Now, there's many ways that you can do this, and there's all different kinds of ways that you can do this. I once did what was called Catharsis Therapy. That's that therapy where you just scream at the top of your lungs and you beat a pillow and you like get out as much rage and anger and emotion and upset as you can, and it lightens the load. So of course there's rage rooms now. We have rage rooms where you can go and smash things and shatter things and break things, because it's a form of release, and we need that to reduce this emotional drag. But if a rage room just doesn't feel like your style, there are other ways that you can do this as well, right? You can journal. Journaling is a great way to do this, writing out your emotions. You can have conversations if you're driving, if you're having a commute and there are things that you're bottling up that you're not saying to people, that you're keeping held inside, that are causing all of this drag and anxiety and tension in your body. You can let that out by expressing it, even if the person isn't there. Right? You can do things like energy work. That's what I do. I'm an energy practitioner. I have a modality that I use. It's called the Body Code, where I can quickly home in on and identify these types of imbalances, these low vibrational energies that are creating this drag in your life, and release them. There's tons of other modalities out there that do this. Some of you may have heard of tapping, for example, the acupressure system that allows us to more quickly process and release emotions. But the point is that if you are experiencing this drag and it's manifesting in your life as you not feeling good in your body, illness in your body, you exploding when somebody triggers you because you haven't fully processed and released something from a past argument or event, or you're just not getting to where you want to be in life, lighten the load. Let go of some of this emotional drag. Target some of those low vibrational energies that you have bottled up inside and find a way to release them. Then you're going to feel better. There are groups where you can go and talk about things, which is a great way of releasing your emotions. Maybe that's not for you. Maybe you want to find a more unique way of doing this. Just being in nature sometimes allows us to settle in and release some of these low vibe energies. But please find a way to reduce the emotional drag and remind yourself that this is real and it's absolutely okay that you're experiencing this, and know that there is a way through. There is a way out of this, but you have to do the work. You have to, with intention, target some of those, I know they're painful emotions, but find a way to process and release them, because you will reduce the drag and you will be able to feel lighter. You will experience more happiness, more joy, more ease, more peace in your body when you give up the emotional drag that's holding you down. And if you want to know more and more ways to do that, please subscribe to this channel, because those are the types of things that I talk about here. And I promise to bring you more good stuff in the future that will teach you how to release these low vibe emotions, because I am all about getting your vibe right so you can vibe high, live happy, and feel free.